Will you be my friend?
And then here's the... That's when the thing's supposed to come in.
Have you ever played...
No, you haven't.
I haven't played what? You're going to say Street Fighter?
Street Fighter 4?
Of course I want to play Street Fighter 4. That's an abomination.
Because it uses a sort of...
Say Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Champion Edition.
Those don't have any of those.
Yeah, because they're good. See, there's the flaw in your plan right there.
You have to realize, people, is those were the last fighting games William has ever played.
Not true. I've played my fair share of the recent Mortal Kombat games. By recent, of course, I'm talking PS1 era.
Yes, it is that sad.
I'm sorry, I didn't have a PS2. Well, now I do. I have PS2. But I didn't back then when it was new.
If somebody, you know, in a fighting game you can block.
Of course, like...
Well, an auto guard is like a frame where if somebody hits you, you'll automatically block that attack.
You see, when I got out of these things, I was playing the original Soul Calibur. The greatness of the Dreamcast. Look at it. 128 bits of glory.
So it's different from invulnerability frames.
Yeah.
Because in fighting game logic, you'll have an attack that persists for a couple frames. Okay, so you have a couple frames in vulnerability, like Ken's weak Shoryuken. And if an attack exists within the hitbox boundary, when the invincibility frames are over, then he'll get hit.
Oh no.
Auto guard's different in that it blocks the whole attack. And so the attack just won't. The attack won't act like it's swinging through nothing, and it just so happens to hit after the invulnerability frames are gone. I mean, it's like you block the whole attack, and so.
Is this like Samurai Showdown? 'Cause if it's not like Samurai Showdown, I don't give a rat's ass.
I don't know. William just like showing his machismo by cutting the female combatants in half.
You can't do that.
He can.
In Samurai Showdown?
Yeah.
I don't recall killing any females in that game. I know there was a female character. Perhaps
you cut anybody in half.
Perhaps because I was a gentleman, I did not cut her in half.
I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for Bullocks. If I want to either just somehow speed up his attack frames somehow, or give him some sort of armor value that regenerates, kind of like a block meter in a fighting game, where if you accumulate too much of it, it'll break. He can get hit. Or if I want to do some sort of auto guard thing, or...
Oh, the problem with the accumulating block meter thing is, like, if one Kobold versus Bullocks could just stand there as the Kobold jumps back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and it'll never happen. He'll just stand there. He'll be like, giggity, giggity. And that will be 3 hours later. He might have lost 1 hit point, maybe, if the Kobold got lucky somehow and did a double hit. I don't know. I don't think it's possible. Do you see what I'm talking about?
It's true. Then again, Bullocks, he's a mighty man, a mighty warrior.
But Kobolds have Kobold ingenuity.
Kobolds can't even kill peasants.
So, they can eat babies. And what is Bullocks but a very large, strong baby?
Okay, you got me there.
John's upset because he keeps his ass kicked when he plays as him.
Well, the main problem is that he gets chained too badly. I mean, we could make it so he falls down easier than the other players, but then what's the point?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's not so like, I don't know. We could have all the players have the same threshold value.
Or give Bullocks more life.
Do that.
That'd make it easier.
I'd also have to reduce the system a bit. I hard-coded it off 100 hit points.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Oh, why wouldn't they do anything else?
Because you're John. You have to anticipate my whim. You see, I caused him pain. It finally happened. I can feel it. It's literally going into the lens right now. It's coming off his body. His reddish cheeks glowing with rage. Well, I'll let you get back to work. Good luck. Good.
Just be customized to everything, so I've been creating the interfaces so they can be customized properly.
That's what you've been doing on the mount?
Yeah, because the War Slug, the Battle Slug, they all have different animations, different possible attacks they can use. So, you know,
True.
This thing's like the Battle Slug. He can bite and miss, and it has an animation for that. And War Slug, he doesn't have a miss animation.
Should go make sure I don't have a bite miss.
Hey William, guess what? There's more animations missing.
More animations and what? Missing?
Yeah.
And who? Bullocks? Or shouldn't be any.
Yeah, Bullocks, yeah. Yeah.
That can't be.
It's also a little different here because, well, Franz made different animations for mounting different animals.
Think about between all the...
Look! There's a Battle Slug mount animation. Oh, and then there's a War Slug mount animation.
Yes.
Yeah, Bullocks doesn't have that at all.
I don't know if there's a difference. Have you looked?
Oh yeah, there is. The harness color.
Oh yeah, that's about it. He should have them. I'll go look. John's doing all right.
Yeah.
Editing audio and I'm working on a Kobold's Quest level 2, and I got Skeleton Warrior all sheeted, and he's added into the share folder now. So I have look at the writer. I could go through and break him apart if you wanted, or I can continue working on a level of Kobold's Quest, or I could focus on getting all Gleebrand's audio edited.
Well, I gotta have custom scripts for every single animation. I have to figure out which animations I need.
Oh yeah.
Work it out, synchronize it. And currently, they're not perfect. Saying that the miss and the hit stuff need to be separated out from the attacks. Gotta have the freaking. Gotta add the scripting code for each of the animations to synchronize it with the player. It's just tedious. Now it's just so much easier before I had to do all this stuff. But to fix it to make it easier again, something that I can't do till Cheetahman 3.
Because it would require a lot of work.
Yeah, I need to change the one.
John, you take your medication.
It's 4 freaking a.m.
Medication,
I
John.
won't do anything, it'd just be waste.
Why not?
It's 4 a.m. There's no point.
It would make me wake.
It doesn't make me awake. Probably just make me sleepy.
It's vitamin B12. Caffeine. Give you a ephedrine tablet, buddy. It's the only solution.
But it's... Because the only way to make it easier would be to switch to the... This is what the platform engine uses. It's the mover and controllers. So you have to make all the enemies. You have to make the enemies and the players and the mounts. Those would all have to be movers. Then you'd have to create controllers. And so you'd have like the player controller, and that's would respond to the player input. And we need to have maybe then all the AIs would be controllers, and they'd control the AIs. And so segregating it like that, all I need to do is create a special mount controller for the player, and when the player connects to the mount, I just switch control to a mount controller,
And it works.
and bind the player to the mount, and then just have that single mount controller do all the logic. Currently, I have to split the logic up amongst a bunch of different things, so the logic is all over the place, and that's what creates the big hack job. Can't fix it right now because that required too much work. It was all because you guys had to have complicated mounts. If you didn't have all these complicated mounts, it wouldn't be so bad. Nope. You guys had to have complicated mounts.
For great justice, John. For great justice.